Welcome back to the Always Thinking Mindset channel, where we give you positive vibes and simple rules to achieve your goals. In today's video, we're going to figure out how to pay off your mortgage faster and what is the secret. Now, before we begin, I want to give you some kind of incentive to give you a thumbs up. I hope you like this video and get great value from this. And at the same time, if you are a big fan of the channel, you already know what to do. So let's go ahead and begin. Now, the first rule we have to understand whenever you have a mortgage is understand it is a great purchase, right? So the first rule is just paying an additional amount to the principal. A lot of people don't understand this. Now, whether it's $100, $200, or even $500, it all depends on your budget, but it can be done. Speaking from experience, I have two houses paid off. I'm working on my third mortgage. So it can be done. The reason is because if you're just an ultimate saver and you just reinvest everything, it can be done. I assure you it can be done. The thing is, not a lot of people have the discipline to actually do this. Now, when I first obtained my mortgage, my first home, I knew I was going to overpay. uh, First method is just simply setting money aside. Find a way, whether it's working overtime, having additional money. Try not to take that lavish vacation and try to stay locally, but it can be done. Just a few $100 within every month eats up the interest and allows you to pay down the mortgage faster. And it's not rocket science. That's what I have to tell everybody because everybody doesn't understand that. They always ask me the question, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? And I just say, well, everything that I focus on, I just reinvest every single cent. I don't go off and buy me a nice yacht and or an RV or take this lavish grand vacation, although I would love all those things. And if you want to donate your yacht, you can, I'll give you my address afterwards. But to stay back on the rule, just pay off an additional amount to the principal. This is going to kill your mortgage faster, whether it's the 15-year rate or 30 years. And that's why a lot of people take the 15-year rate because they understand that when you cut the time span in half, you actually pay the house off faster. Now, everything is based on your income, your budget, how you succeed and able to save. But somebody's situation is not the same as another. Somebody might have a family, whilst another person might be single and reinvest all those dollars. But which leads me to my second rule, which is giving an additional payment. A lot of people do this. It's called the 13th payment. What it is, you're given 12 months throughout the year, and you can pay the mortgage off just by having the basic principal, interest, whatever your mortgage note is. But when it comes down to Christmas time, just give an additional 13th payment of the same amount, same note, and that in itself will shave off thousands of dollars of interest from the banks. And most banks don't want you to know this because at the same time, they make no profit on you. You got to understand that the banks are in the interest to lend you money to make money off of you. So the faster you pay it off, it actually hurts them. But at the same time, it's up to you how much you can take. At the same time, 13th payment is actually not that bad. It is just one time out of the year. And, if you do that through multiple years, whether it's the math came down to having a 30-year fixed rate, you can shrink it down to 17 years. Now, that is beautiful because if you're in real estate, that's all you have is time, right? The rest is just management and property value and all that good stuff. But that is also an additional helpful way. I don't do that because I'm able to give more per month because I want to see that principal get paid down lesser and lesser every month. And then the last rule is actually just doing it every month, right? Whether it's you working overtime, having the side gig, finding other streams of income, this is going to help your real estate portfolio. Um, in the meanwhile, like I said, it's going to eat at the principal, lower interest rate. You're able to just attack the mortgage. And I keep telling people, hold off on your Lamborghini and your expensive trips and your Rolex watches. It's called delayed gratification for a reason. The faster we attack this mortgage, the more money you're going to have in the end, that's going to make you money, right? Because it's an asset. Assets create wealth and they give you money while you sleep. Who doesn't want that? But you got to understand that it is game, it is self discipline, and some people are just not up for the task. So, with these rules, like I tell everybody, it depends on your budget, who you are as a person, and at the same time, what gratification you get out of it. Can you hold off on it? And, I want to hear everybody's thoughts on this, but killing the mortgage payment is not that hard. You just have to find time. I am a family man. Here I am having three houses later. I never thought I'll have this, but it can be done because I have met some people, including my neighbors, who are still on their first mortgage and usually 17 years in, which is not bad, but they just give the basic minimum payments, kind of like a credit card. But if you do want to become debt free, mortgage free, be in the real estate zone, you have to pay off the liability. It's that easy. So I strongly recommend having other streams of income, working that overtime, and all going it down to principal. Do it without even thinking about it. Because what's going to happen is just like compound interest, right? It accrues. Well, when you start, killing the debt here, sooner or later you're going to find yourself paying off this free. And the three biggest words I love to hear is free and clear from the mortgage, right? That's when the bank releases the lien from you, giving you authority that you fully own the property, free and clear. And those are the best words ever. But if you like today's episode, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you like the value from this video, go ahead and subscribe. I'm here to help. Like I said, it can be done. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Until next time.